We're here with Club President, Mr. John Gagro. John, welcome.
Welcome. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. After our previous chat just before Christmas, we were discussing the Martin Knežević Cup for 2015, and now that's been run and won, so to speak.
Yes,
and it was a very successful campaign for the Knežević Cup this year.
Yeah, it was. Probably it's getting stronger every year, as you know, and it's getting like the amount of teams most teams ever participated into the competition. I forget what number it was, but 35 is growing every year. New teams coming from out west, even from out Dural way, team came down. So a lot of teams did come down, and the amount of people who turned up on the day, and it has been the most successful so far.
We'd just like to thank those teams that keep coming back every year, and of course for the new teams for their support as well.
Oh, 100%. We'll have to see them all back again and have back even bigger and stronger. Like I said, we started under 16s comp. We had 14s. Hopefully we're going to grow that. So every year we try to make it bigger and better. And I'd like to thank everybody, and most importantly, I'd like to thank all the people who come down and on those days. And most importantly, I think that I'd like to say there is the Martin Knežević family for their ongoing support on this tournament and allowing us to use Martin's name. I know sometimes I don't think we appreciate what they do and doing that, and sometimes it's used for us to help support our club, but they have to realise that it's so much appreciated that words can't explain it. I mean, so,
no, John, absolutely invaluable support,
exactly.
Considering the tragedy that happened back in 1996.
Exactly.
Now, season 2015 has started. We're a couple of rounds into the new season, and things are looking pretty good.
Yeah, it has. That's about the same amount of teams back. 45s, 35s, all age there. We've got new sixes starting up again. We've got teams under 16s, probably the first time for, I can't remember the last time we had under 16 sides. All in A's. From all our comp teams are basically in the A's, which is a good thing to see, and they're all pretty competitive. And the committee's working very hard this time of year. It's very hard. A lot of work to be done and things like that. So, I'd like to thank all the families who've come back and all the new families who have turned up, and I'd like to see them all this year and hopefully meet up and talk. If there are any problems, they can come and see me or see the committee. But I'd like to thank everybody for the start of the season, and the season has started. We're into round 3, I think, or round 4.
Round 3 at the moment, John, and obviously
3,
today having a break for Anzac Day.
Anzac Day, exactly.
The club sponsors, we've had a few people come on board this season, starting off with Club Punch Bowl.
Yes, well, Club Punch Bowl actually came to us. Finally, Club Punch Bowl is actually giving out instead of always asking, which is a good thing. And they've basically given us $10,000 sponsorships, which have been instalments of $2,500. And we just got to basically, what they give, we've got to give back to them. We had a jersey presentation, which we all turned up to. Thank everybody for that. And we have a presentation of the year. We have to do a State of Origin night in between. And also, if anybody needs to in the whole club has to do an engagement or a wedding or anything small there, the club's got the catering rights for that. And if you do go there, just mention us that you are from our club to let them see that we are supporting them back as much as they're supporting us. So if we do the right thing to them, they'll probably do the right thing for us for the following year and the following year. So I'd like to thank them very much.
Absolutely. Thank you very much to Director Mick Riemats and the board of Club Punch Bowl for being very generous for season 2015 for Hurstville ZFC.
Started that and the rest of them. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, guys. And on to now to our jersey sponsorship, John.
Got a jersey sponsorship. It just came in like a week or two before the season. This guy under 14s, under 13s?
12,
sorry. Sakis, he's got from a company called Handy Creek. And he just came along and just said he wants to sponsor the club with all jerseys for the whole club, for under 6s all the way to our 45s, our first grade and 20s. And so if you see the name along there, it's I'd like to thank him so much. It's not easy to sometimes to hand that money out that quickly and sponsor a whole club and pay for all that. So we'd like to thank him so much, and thank you. So hopefully we'll be ongoing with
absolutely. It's been a wonderful gesture, Sakis. So we absolutely, from everybody here at the club.
The club as well, just turned up this year, so I'd like to thank him.
Absolutely. And also to Tony Franov.
Yeah, Tony Franov. Tony Franov mentioned it last year into the presentation that he'd like to sponsor goals for us, like portable goals, and as you probably can see to Jack's right, the other ones are broken, as you can see over there, and they're the goals over there. The original nets haven't turned up yet. But they're the goals, they're portable, they've got wheels on them, they're valued over $6,000. And Tony Franov, and who's a long serving his club, his dad used to be the president of the club. Tony's played here, coached here, and his boys are playing here. He's a big supporter of the club, and his company called ARA Securities, and I'd like to thank them very much for that. That's a massive gesture as well from a person who's probably been involved in this club for over 20 years, if not more, 25.
Thank you very much, Tony Franov. The club really appreciates it.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Now, John, on to our raffle for this season. It's our Driving Our Future Monster raffle.
Yes.
So if you'd like to say a few words about it and explain the situation for us.
Okay. It's something that the club's are looking at its finances for the next year, the year four, and ongoing thing. It's an ongoing thing for us, and it's a bit of a gamble the club's taken. It's $25,000, of which we have to sell up front and then actually give it to the
dealership.
Yet, and as you know, we've got prizes there for the golf. It's worth about $25,000. We have there the 10-day Horizon Resorts in Jindabyne, 10 days worth of $3,000. We have a 50-inch LCD flat screen TV for $1,500. But what we haven't got on here is yet we've got also our laptop.
Other prizes as well on the night they'll be announced.
We're doing a Coast Club Punch Bowl. And what we've done, we've given it to all our families, and without that, it's not going to work. So we believe if you join a club like ours, you're obligated, we believe, as to give something back to us as well as what we can give back to you. So we want to make it a community space thing, it's a club thing. Everybody's really bonding together to make this thing work, because it's a bit of a future for us. Like, we like to get extra lights out this part of the field. We like to actually get another set of goals for down there. Actually do something more to the canteen, to the clubhouse, maybe above the canteen. So it's all finances which is needed. But it's a gamble we're taking, but we're pretty sure that the whole club and all the families will support that part of it, and go out there and hopefully sell all the tickets. I know there's a bit of misunderstanding regarding some of the wording we explained on the thing regarding the tickets by something on financial. It's probably something we shouldn't have said, but we feel that we want all the tickets to be sold, and everybody should feel they want to do that for the club so we can go forward. That's what we're really looking at, and that we don't have to be chasing people and people not actually going to losing tickets and things like that. So we are saying to everybody that you have to sell tickets on behalf of the club, and we're asking you also that you get them back in time for us, and it's well appreciated, because at the end of the year, hopefully someone in this club will win that prizes.
Absolutely.
So it's a massive prize, you can see.
Yep.
For $20, I know we're giving families $200, but we have got 5 or 6 months to sell it in, and if you want more, it'd be great. So hopefully people don't get offended by some of the wording we said to you guys, but it's more basically we just want to make sure people will really stress the wording that they have to be sold, and we're looking at that, because the future of the club basically is now, I don't know if people know, we've joined both committees back together. Our first grade 20s into the one club and one
Federation and the association. Back,
so now it's one club, it's not two committees, and people don't realise that if they don't understand football. When you get under 16s, 17s, we have got an under 20s and a first grade, which is to play in a higher level in football in New South Wales. And there's a pathway for now these 16s we've got this year, maybe not next year, they play in the 17s. After that, they've got a pathway going into our under 20s, which play around Sydney and better stadiums at higher levels. And that takes finances, and that's people travelling all over the place, and it's a pretty high level, and we just want everybody to know that, and that's our future of thinking of this club. And these sort of schemes and these sort of things we're doing is basically to promote that, and to make people realise that when you go under 6s, you'll get all the way pathway to first grade. And if the first grade gets promoted, then we get under 16s and 18s, 20s and first grade, so people can actually come to a high level in an earlier
There'll
stage.
be 4 teams if we go to the Division 1 of the New South Wales State League.
Division 1, that's what we're aiming for this year. Well, I think it might be close, but we'll see how it goes. So the future is all that. Like, the committee's been working very, very hard. You get yourself, Jack, your vice president, and this year the committee's much more run properly, I believe. It's more structured, it's more, everyone's got their jobs. You've got a treasurer as a treasurer. We've got a vice president does that sort of thing. You've got president does this sort of thing. You've got 2 secretaries, one for federation, one association. We've got